is a break back below that old resistance level, and we can see there's quite a few of them around. But that one there, market didn't quite hit the previous high and didn't come anywhere close to 49,000 before dropping lower. And it returned to, these are little interim levels that, whether they're important or not, only the future tells. But for now, we saw last week dropping off quite dramatically, and we saw Wednesday and Thursday with a big drop off, on Friday actually closed a little bit green. But it was still a big week on the downside. Whether the market continues low or not, we'll have a look now and see where the Aussie opened. So as far as prediction goes, don't really have any at this point. These consolidations are incredibly difficult to predict where the next move is going to be. But certainly the next support level would be this little interim one here, and we can see historical resistance at that level as well. So 45,500 could be the next support area if this 46,520 does break. On the share front, there's nothing really new to look at. The shares are all kind of under pressure or in consolidation. Just have a quick look at the ones that we've been watching. So MMI back on that support level at 21.50, and just remember that's a dividend play, so it's not something I'll be looking to sell easily. We were watching Aspen last week, just as the averages were approaching the crossover, and of course the crossover happened, and then we just saw Aspen getting sold off quite dramatically. The little support level, I just look at this area there, so that would be the neckline. That would be my next support level, so 285 area. I haven't jumped into Aspen. I was quite interested on the crack and snap idea here, the false break lower. Just want to see how it pans out. Ultimately, the resistance is that zone there. So if the market does break above that, it'll confirm. But I am quite interested down at the 285 to 288 level. Then BTI, that's a small consolidation happening, still in that the medium-term uptrend, and just finding a bit of resistance at 940. Investec, that's still holding the trend. It has been sold off last week. I think most of the financial sector was sold off last week. It's still holding above the old resistance, becomes new support potential. So for now, that trend is still up. It's still on a hold. And then we've got Brait, and of course, moving over just crossed over. Brait was interesting. We've now had a bit of a running top and a sell-off last week, quite a serious dip there. But I still think support down at the 73, what is that, about 73 Rand area, just below that level there, which is, let's cancel that, let's move this up. All right, so that's the area I'm looking at. A close below that, I would probably stop out. But for now, I'm just going to hold it and see what happens. It is pound sensitive, and the pound is still holding up pretty well when we go look at those intraday charts. So the JC has opened. It's opened lower than the close of Friday. So this little candle here is the 1 hour chart. It has opened lower than Friday's close. So it looks like that little downtrend at this point in time is still going to continue lower. And if we look at these intraday charts, there's a little bit of consolidation on the left-hand side here. That's where it's kind of holding up at this point. But ultimately, that would be the lower support level. And that would be the current target, 45,850 or so. Have a look at the Dow. That's still pushing higher. It's made a new high again, made a new high last week. This is just little Sunday. Remember, these are 24-hour markets. So it's the futures price on the Dow. That would be Sunday night up till midnight, and then today's candle opened here, and it is holding above resistance, so it's looking pretty positive for the Dow. Dollar Rand, still in a little downward channel, holding up, not doing anything fantastic. Trend is still down. We've still got lower lows and lower highs. We just have to see how that pans out. Our market is possibly following that the Rand strength, so the Rand hedge counters are losing ground, pushing the market overall downwards. We have a look at the pound dollar, and we can see that pound is in consolidation. Remember, British elections are on Thursday this week, on the 8th. So we could see some serious pound volatility going into that, and maybe even post-election. At this point, the trend is up. The markets seem to be a little bit positive on the pound. If I look at a weekly chart, however, that trend is very strongly downwards. But yeah, these currency trends don't last forever. They have their swings, etc., etc. The pound hasn't been this low for quite a while, so here's 2001's low, and we're well below that now. And I'm still pretty positive on the pound, but cancel that. If I go back to the daily, I'm still quite positive that trend has changed, and I'll be holding. Currently, my stop loss on that is down here at that point. Let's just get a price quickly. So they're at 1.2360. Pound yen also in a larger consolidation, so you can see we've got kind of resistance up here. I'm not calling that a double top, there's too much time involved, but certainly that resistance holding strong. And the trend is up on the medium term, but on the short term, the trend has changed to down with the 8 below the 21. And that 89 is just offering some support to price. Then euro dollar, that took off and that's just kept on going. That has done pretty well. So we had the crossover back here, and the euro has just continued to strengthen, but we still have this massive long-term consolidation to break out of. And if I just put a line in that area there, I think the mean resistance is there, so 1.1448. That would be my current average resistance area, and ultimately I put that little wick high there. A break above that would probably see the euro dollar continue much higher. Dollar CAD, nothing to talk about. The trend is still up, but a lot of volatility as oil struggles to find some direction. Dollar yen, and dollar yen is still in that little daily downtrend. It broke out of that flag, continued lower. I'm still holding a short on that one, stop loss at the previous swing high. That gold trade is still looking good, so there was that little bullish pennant. It broke out, I'm long on that. The ultimate target is resistance. So just at that area there, so 1294 is my current target. Then just a quick look at Brent. So here's Brent. Let's go to daily. I don't have enough data really. Let's just check. Okay, so I do have some data. Let's see how that works. Okay, for some reason I've got chart problem. So you can see here, Brent is really just cruising between the lows of just above 43 to the highs there, just below 58. So as long as that swings around, dollar CAD is not going to have much in the way of direction. All right, thank you very much, and we'll chat again next week, Monday.
Thank you very much, Warren, and everyone. Have a lovely week. Thanks.
Thanks, Dana. Bye-bye.